wanted to play through a new scenario that's not connected to it, but I also want it to be a challenging one. So the one I'm going to do is this one here. It's Rainbow Summit. Yeah, we'll start with a clean slate, build something nice. This should be a fairly difficult one. I mean, it's 2,500 guests by the end of year 4, but also it does have a height restriction on it. Now, I think you can build an interesting park. Yeah, I did ask you. I did ask you earlier today. I was just wondering if you had any you'd seen any, Um, but I'm going to do Rainbow Summit, and the reason is because I think it's interesting. You've got I don't know whether I'm going to delete this roller coaster or keep it. I'll probably just keep it. You've got this massive hill, but you've also got like a height restriction, which means that we can build hopefully some cool roller coasters, but yeah, we are still going to be restricted in terms. We can't just build them like flat down here and make them really tall or anything. So that's the idea anyway. We'll see how we do. I think first things first. I know that they say that I know that they say the pathfinding algorithm is better. I really hate this having a chairlift that goes all the way up to here in a little isolated path. That's like danger. That is, it's like danger to me. So we're gonna start by just making a uh, very long path for them to follow up here, because otherwise that's gonna bug the hell out of me. I do think they do get stuck. It's an amusing park scenario where the premise is that an Xbox 360 overheated, exploded, and left a massive red ring of death imprinted on the ground. Oh, there is. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you got any, then send them to me, because I would like to maybe play some more. Do it on stream. I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing, because the reality is that my schedule changes quite rapidly, so I don't want to ever promise that I'm going to do anything. I don't want to say like, oh, every Tuesday I'm going to stream a game and then I'm not able to for whatever reason, because that would just be. Second, I just realised the problem with that. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't make that promise, but I would like to do more things more regularly. So if you ever do see any interesting Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 scenarios, then definitely send them to me. Or just any kind of Tycoon games in general. I love all Tycoon games, even the bad ones. I've played a lot of very bad Tycoon games in my day. Uh, uh, like real bargain basement stuff. Uh, God, I'm trying to think now. I remember there's this one like Casino Tycoon. I remember playing, and there's been a few others. I'm gonna flatten this off here. I want it to be level with this, so we'll just do this. But yeah, we're not rushing through this scenario. I'm gonna take it slow. I'm gonna try and build something that I think looks nice. I think if we go with so this is at 30. Okay, so we need this to be a bit lower then. This is at 27. I got an idea in my head of what this is supposed to look like. Somebody already walked all the way up here. Loads of people have. Guests are menaces, aren't they? They're like real. They're all menaces. Must be said. Okay, here's my plan. We're gonna cut through here like this. We don't have much money, so I shouldn't really be doing this. Sorry, shouldn't really be doing this, but I am anyway. I don't care. My plan was to maybe have it go underground, like through a tunnel, through to the other side. We have already got some park stuff, so I can spend a bit of time just like messing around with this. And we've got those utilities installed now as well, so they will have automatically priced the roller coaster that exists in the park to what's appropriate for it. Yeah, so it comes up through here. Oh, actually, this is still too high, isn't it? This is 28. Oh, whatever. I'm not going to fuss about it too much. There we go. So we just connect that path up there, and then that means that there's absolutely no way that anyone can get stuck up here and be mad all the time. I know that they're not supposed to. I understand that. But I'm not 100% convinced that it doesn't happen, and I'd rather just not run the risk. So yeah. I think what we're going to do is I kind of think we could put a maze up here. I think a maze in this spot would look really nice. So that's the first thing I want to build here. And it's just going to be a nice simple one. I think we'll do the entrance right here where you exit out of the chairlift. And then we will custom maze this and just build something. We can call it the Mr. Maze experience, right? Imagine coming all the way up to the chairlift. You know, probably spending, God, how much are they charging for the chairlift? Oh, it's free. Okay, so we charge for entrance then. Right. Okay, that's not so bad then. But imagine coming all the way up to the chairlift and then your only thing on offer is a maze. That'd be a little bit disappointing, but you know, guests they love the mazes, so these are always one of my favorite kind of rides to do as a kid. I loved making them. And then an exit right here, so that'll be the exit. So put an exit here, put an entrance here. Do we want to change like the design of this? Because we do have a few different ones. Pagoda. Today is Tuesday, so I like this actually because it makes me think of a greenhouse. So I'm gonna have it like this, and we'll open that. If anyone's got, I'm not gonna name anything, right? So I'm not gonna name anything. If anyone's got any good name suggestions, then you can drop them in the chat. You can use the channel points for it because there's a thing that says name an X and Y, so you can tell me what to name what. And I'm not gonna spend time thinking about it. So let's try and make this. I kind of like the idea of having a fence around it as well. So I'm gonna do that. Again, we're going to try and make a nice looking park today. Okay, I think that looks nice. Lost and found. All right, go with that. I used to have years ago when I used to stream more regularly. I used to have like a whole bunch of different ones. So I had one for like all these different games, and then I realized that just having loads of different ones and having to turn them on and off depending on which game I was playing was a real waste of time. I'd be playing like Dwarf Fortress, and then somebody would press the button so that they could name a fish in a fish tank, and I'm like, okay, this is stupid. So I stopped that. What kind of? We should have some food up here. Oh, information kiosk. We'll do that immediately. Where's the park end? Oh God, this path is horrible. We're not having this path here. It's a shame that it starts like that as well. So, but I'm not. I'd rather have the dirt path. Probably going to stick with dirt path throughout most of the park, but I'm not having. Guests are hungry, so let's get them some food. So I'll put some food up here. Maybe we can put a hat stand. You get all the way up to the maze. You can come and buy a hat. Well, you can buy a green hat. Laziness prevails. uh, Well, yeah, and yeah, green hats up here. One of the things I always used to like doing was I would make all the different merchandises have different colours depending on where you bought them in the park. So if you can then use that to see where people are buying stuff. Let's give them some pizza, and we'll open that up, and then we'll also give them some drinks to go with that. Maybe a lemonade stall. Pizza or lemonade, I don't know. Is that like a good combination? Probably not. Need some benches and things up here. I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna again like try and not just spam everything everywhere. I'm gonna try and make it look nice as much as possible. I don't know how much. I don't know whether I'll succeed or not. Go the green bins. Alright, so there's a little bit of a plaza up here where people can come and get some drinks and things. Let's put some like lamps outside the tunnel. We don't need lamps, but we'll do that anyway. Then the other thing I will do is change the terrain on here so that it looks like it's not like a dirt tunnel. That's good. Okay, so that's that. That's just like the first thing. So I've opened up my first ride. Let's actually build a roller coaster then. And I think we'll try and build a looping coaster, is what I'm thinking. We've already got a wooden coaster, so I'm not going to build one of those, but we'll build a looping coaster. Or we could build a small coaster, like a mini roller coaster. There's lots of vomit. Have we got any staff? We've got like some handyman. Let's just hire a bunch. And we've got one mechanic. If there's going to be a lot of people vomiting after they get off the ride, I'm going to make this guy be the... Make sure that there's a handyman who's like at this part of the park all the time. The rest can like free roam. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. We'll go with a looping coaster. And we'll do a launched looping coaster. This will just be like a cheap coaster, but the primary design is to basically have it launch up and go. Maybe we'll do it near the entrance, because there's nothing near the entrance. Guests are walking for a while in order for them to get on anything interesting. So we'll do the launch loop. I'd launch passing station. We can have it go back up to the end. No, we'll do without passing station, and we will go for, and we'll have it do a complete circuit. And you see here, we immediately, you can see the kind of trouble that you have. So what we'll do is, we'll have to go up a little bit. Oh, we also need to make sure the launch speed is high enough. Do a loop over here. See, even that's too high. The loop is too high. Have it go down a bit and then do the loop maybe. That's still too high. Vegetation's always going to be an issue. At least we can delete the bloody trees this time, though. Right? Yeah, that's still too high. Maybe if we do it here, because this would be a bit higher on here. Okay. Might not be able to do a loop then, but that's fine. We can. We don't have to do a loop. I think we'll come up like that. Yeah. You can't even do a vertical loop off the ground. We just can't do any loops at all, which is interesting. I mean, that's a pretty tight restriction on a looping coaster. I do need to check the ride requirements then, because I don't want to get dinged because I didn't put a loop on my looping coaster. Where is it? It's under the map, isn't it? Ride requirements, looping coaster. No, so it doesn't actually have to have a loop, right? We should have a look at those requirements on it, because we might have some other ones we need to be aware of. Highest drop height 10 meters. Oh, we're only at 7 meters, really. We start at 9. That looks hideous. Needs to be like a smooth curve up. So I'll have it come around here. Over the top of the other one. Oh, we can have the photo booth section as well. Why don't we take the photo just right above... yeah, because it's too high. It's too high. This is what we're working with here, but you know, all said and done. I think actually we want it to be a little bit further out than this because we want it to come out. And we can have the photo section right here, so like that. Let's change the color of the oh no, that looks silly. Okay. Still can't do a vertical loop. Too high. I wonder if we can do one here, like if we did that. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, we're not gonna get the loop. Oh, nice, okay, so we can have the smooth curve up. And we just need it to come back into the station now. We spent almost all our money on this, which is probably not a good idea. But you know, needs must. We can have a longer station. I don't know what the maximum train section is for a roller coaster of this type. Let's put a break here just in case, and then we will put some station blocks here. And then we will go with that. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, entrance and exit. So we'll have the exit over here, entrance over here, and then let's test it out. Let's see what it's like. I think a relatively simple coaster design, but I think that should do it. And the other thing is we need to now make some more. Oh yeah, that's decent. I mean, it's not amazing. 5.81, but it'll do. It'll do. I like this green path, so I'm going to use a lot of that, I think. Then over here we'll use the green. Okay, in order to stop it from joining here, what we need to do is we need to put in a little bit of a fence right there, so it doesn't. So that blocks that from connecting. Okay, and then we can put in a no entrance sign there. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Color-wise, I don't dig the colors particularly. Let's open it up though, so we can start attracting people with it. I'm not a big fan of those colors. They're a bit grim. We could do green again, or we could do like a blue. Let's go like a blue, I think, and blue and white maybe. Yeah, I like that. It's right next to the water, so yeah. Oh, we could have done reverse trains. I wonder if that would have increased the excitement. I have no idea if it was how much of an impact reverse trains has on the ride type. Let's put some music on it. Where is it? Rockstar music. Cool. And we'll put some. I mean, the most obvious colour for blue is orange because those colours contrast nicely. But then it's like that movie poster where you always see all the movie posters with blue and orange on them. But I'm gonna leave them like that. I like that. So we got a second coaster. What's our price like on our entry? 52. Good grief. Yeah, we can charge 52 pounds for people to come into the park. Let's have a look at guest thoughts. I need to go to the toilet. Yeah, that's what I thought. A lot of people needing to go to the bathroom. We'll put a bathroom here. We'll put one up here as well. We don't charge for bath. Yeah, we charge 40 pence to go to the bathroom because the plug-in automatically charges whatever would be the minimum. So all of our toilets are pay to win. Pay to win. Is that the correct term? Pay to win toilets. We do need ATMs because they do have money. It's just that they're not spending them on rides. So we may as well put some of those in as well, just to be certain. Put one there as well. Cash machine. ATM is the American term. 40 pence seems like a steal this day. It does. Everything is so bloody expensive, honestly. I was I was looking to buy a new nozzle for my airbrush because I couldn't find, for the life of me, I can't find where the nozzle for my airbrush has gone, which means I can't actually use it at the moment. So I was looking for one, and they are very expensive. And I'm like, well, at this price, I may as well just buy like it's like £50 for a new nozzle and needle, and that's I'm like, okay, well, for more money, I could buy a new airbrush that's got two nozzles in it, and then it'd be a better airbrush. So I was looking at that, and it's like £170. And I'm like, good God, this is a lot of money. I don't really have £170 right now. So that's why there's probably not going to be any painting streams for a while. Until I make a decision as to whether I'm going to do that or not. Yeah, that's not here or there. Everything is too expensive though. Ice cream and soda, what a combination. Hey Proto, how's the park going? We've only just started really. We've gotten our first roller coaster that I've built here. This blue monstrosity, just a small little looping coaster. We're gonna probably play some flat rides next. Get some circuses down. Spiral slide, you cannot go wrong with a spiral slide, can you? That's like a classic. God, look at all these people going back and forth on the train. Yeah, it's a nice looking scenario, and it's got an interesting restriction, so that's why I picked it. I think for this one, we'll go with the standard. Actually, this one can have the canvas tents because they kind of match the design really well. I like the colours already, so I'm not going to mess with the colours. Like that. Spiral slide, you can't go wrong with a spiral slide, can you? Let's get some flowers in. There we go. You can't go too right, yeah. You can only go in one direction. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so that's that. We need a bit more money. Well, we got 5k already. We can probably start looking at building a second coaster. Probably not as expensive as this one though. I think the next good coaster to do would be a wild mouse. And I like the wooden wild mouse because I think thematically a wooden wild mouse coaster fits better into this kind of park that we're building. I don't think this is a park with like lots of like really modern rides. I think it's a bit of an old style park in my head. I was wondering if we could buy this chunk of land, but we can't. We could build it up here, maybe in the top, so you could do like a little wooden wild mouse. Let's just have a look at the ride requirements for that. Wooden wild mouse needs to have 3 drops. Needs to have a drop of at least 6 meters. That's the main thing. Okay. I'm thinking here. I also like the canvas tent over the top. That's really nice, that is. And perhaps we'll be a little bit cheeky and do that in order to get us the get around the height restrictions a little bit. I'm not going to abuse that too much though. I do want to. I don't want to abuse terrain editing too much. So I'm going to try and make it look a bit more natural. You know, like it was planned, and not like I just put a bunch of did a bunch of terraforming to cover up my inadequacy. Terraforming, not terraforming. Oh, look at that. We do a tighter turn up the top here. Can we? Can't construct that there. Oh, it's too tall. Maybe we can have it go underground a little bit, and wild mouse coasters don't go underground. It's not a wild mouse coaster thing. I mean, I don't know that they don't. Like maybe they do, and I just don't know about it. Yeah, the wild mouse coaster is a coaster you get bruises on. You're not wrong. That's what makes it like a classic park ride for like a really cheap park that hasn't got any money, which is what we are. We're like a cheapo park. I think that looks okay. I think I don't know. This part here is a bit empty looking. I kind of think it needs a bit more. I like the idea of it coming out like this, over the top of this, and then coming back in again. Right, did that mess that up? As ever, if you got any name suggestions, please let me know using the channel points. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Do we colour all the individual mice? I think we do. And what colour are we going to make the tent? Um, Wild mouse coasters can be like, we could do. Oh my god, that's horrible, horrible orange. I was going to say you could do like a really horrible yellow colour, like it's been painted. And then you could do like I don't know what colour to go for. Anything we pick is going to be hideous. I think saturated brown. Oh, that's grim. That's not so bad. I don't mind the dark wood. And then the actual ride itself could be like, no, not. Oh, that's hideous. I don't want to do the same colours over and over again because that's what I'll be tempted to do. I'll do it like this. Okay, I think this is good. Um, we'll go with that. Okay, let's test it and see if I made a decent ride or not. Probably not. I think it's probably a bit slow. It needs to hit at least 25 miles per hour, which it might do, actually, to be fair. It doesn't need to be going that fast. 25 km per hour, not miles. Probably at this point. Yeah, what is my mechanic doing? Need some rat-themed decorations. That's a kind of grim little ride, isn't it? 3.22 excitement. Um, I'm not going to change it because I think it's fine, basically, but that's not very good. It's a bit weak, so to speak. You call it like it's like a not very good cheese. As exciting as a trip to the dentist. Yeah, you're not wrong. People ride it. I mean, they didn't pay for it. They already paid to get into the park, so yeah, that's fine. I will different colors. Car one can be red. Car two can be or can be blue. Car three can be green. Car four can be dark purple. This one can be light pink. This one can be black. This one can be icy blue. That's one can be white. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, people, look at that. Loads of people are queuing up for this one. They love this one. That's the thing. You don't necessarily need like really extreme rides to please these people. They're quite pleasable. It's only when you're doing the bloody archipelago and you need to have very specific things. Put some benches in. Okay, so we got this in the corner there. We'll go with some bins as well, because no doubt they'll complain about that. Have we got any, like, decorations on the path or anything over here? I can't play this game without Benchwarmer anymore. I could use Benchwarmer, you know, like I could be using Benchwarmer like right now. I do have it installed. The thing is that if I do that, it'll probably start placing paths in places because it does it like every other tile, right? And I want it to look nice, right? I want it to. I say that as I start building like a hideous structure over here. I want it to try and look like a nice, a theoretically nice theme park. Not sure what we're building here. I was just trying to put some scenery on this. I mean, it is yeah, that's kind of the idea. It is a wooden wild mouse coaster, right? Like, you know, that's kind of what I was going for. I'm just having like this, I think. You have some like other gears and things on it. I don't know if the implication is that like the you know, it's a cheese factory. Might name it that. Where all the industrial processed cheese is made. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not doing anything else on it. Very lazy attempt at putting some scenery on it. Unless anyone's got a better name, that's what I'm going with. I've decided. Wooden wild mouse. Wooden mild mouse? Okay, we'll go with that actually. That's even better. uh... Oh, and let's put all the classic rides together in one place, shall we? And let's put the crooked house next to it. uh... Continue crooked house mode. We really didn't need to make a. Not that long for it. All right, crooked house. There you go. UK building. I think we should name it Not in My Backyard. Alright, and let's get some like food and drinks over here as well. What we got? We'll need a toilet. Here we can stick that there. Toilet number 4. And we could do we will do a hat stand for anyone who has been on the world's most disappointing wild mouse and wants to buy a yellow hat to commemorate. So we'll see all the yellow hat wearers are people who have been over here. And that's how we you had to get them different coloured hats in different parts of the park. Okay, so that's that. We got on a new coaster here. What else can we do? Do we have research on here? Oh, we do have research, so we are researching stuff. We could complete this. You know what we need to complete this, right? We need like an observation tower that can observe nothing because of the height restrictions. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Height restricted observation tower, and then and then I think finally we complete this section of the park by building a golf course. All the fun and excitement of, uh, of basically nothing. Yeah. You do have the wooden wild mouse coaster. What's those stats like on this? It was 7 excitement. This is a very exciting ride. So yeah, the pre-built is beating us at the moment in terms of excitement. They're gonna start being here and complaining about how crowded it is because of how many people are walking in this area. Sky High Golf, yeah. Let's build a golf course. You don't really need like a big station platform for this because it doesn't do anything. I have to think that like going to the mini golf at a theme park is a bit like I don't know all the good rides are broken down, but you still want to get your money's worth. You know, you spent a lot of money to be here, sort of thing. So you're like, okay, well we may as well go on the mini golf before the day's over, right? There we go. Can we make this yellow as well? Oh yeah, look at that. Gross. Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, I think mini golf. If you set out to do it, it's fine. When I used to live in Nottingham, there was a mini golf place in the city centre, which is all right. You know, you go out drinking and then you do that for a bit. But I wouldn't think about it if I was going to a theme park, right? It's not like my God, loads of people queuing for this. I'm gonna have to build a bigger queue. Loads of people want into the mini golf. Put giant football here. We don't have any golf-themed sports assets. We only have American football, shuttlecocks, and some badminton rackets. I guess we got like tennis nets. Maybe we could build like a tennis net wall around the whole thing. I don't know. It's like, is this designed to keep them out? Is it designed to keep them in? Is it just a? Yeah, we can do it on the inside. No, we can't. It needs to be on the outside. There we go. So we've got ourselves a mini golf section over here. We could even put Just, I think, like that. Right, yeah, good. I'm happy with that. But this is looking decent. We got some rides back here. Is there anything else that we can fit in here? We can maybe do with like an info kiosk. We've only got one in the park, and I'm a big fan of info kiosks. Yeah, we'll put the football there, because why not? What else? We haven't got any food or drink over in this part, so we'll do that. We'll grab a... want variety. Let's get a cookie shop. We'll get you giant cookies here. And then let's also grab a funnel cake shop there. And we should also then get a drink shop of some description. Pretty ices. Iced tea, maybe? Coffee? Yeah, let's go coffee. No, it's hot chocolate. That's even better. I don't like hot chocolate or coffee too, actually, so yeah. Not a fan of either of them. But you know, people enjoy those things. Alright, I'm relatively pleased with how this has turned out. I've seen this transparency options window before. I don't know how that popped up. That's really useful. I'm going to keep it cool. Let's see what our guests are thinking. I'm not hungry. This park is really neat and I'm running out of cash. So, running out of cash, we need to address that one. That's an important one. I don't want them to run out of cash. I want them to spend all their money here. Why don't we get a water ride next? We could go with River Rapids, maybe, in this part. Next to our Blue Coaster. Maybe, yeah, we'll do it here. River Rapids are kind of neat because we don't need to. I don't think they have like any real requirements, do they? They just need to be 200 meters long, which we can do. Because yeah. Photo section here so that these idiots can get the photos taken. Along here, and then maybe we'll do like a rapid section here. We also need a now those should be both be easy requirements because we can make it loop back on itself quite a lot. It's a really tight and compacted ride, which is always a good one. Let's make them go up again. There we go. I think, is that going to be long enough? I'm not a good judge of these kind of things. You'll be queuing for this for ages. You know, I'm not even going to bother checking. I'm just going to assume that it's fine. So what are our other guests saying? I'm running out of cash. Been queuing for Tram 1 for ages. Wow, and you... Yeah, we got no major complaints. Everyone's happy. Park's looking good. We can throw... we need some thrill rides in. Motion sim, decent. We can put that near the entrance. And we can fit one in. We should probably get a junior coaster. The 118 meters, I knew it. And look at that. I think this ride is like more exciting than the wooden mild mouse. It is. It's marginally more exciting. Not as intense, but you know, slightly more exciting than the mild mouse. We could do like a kind of like Roman bathhouse sort of theme here, actually, and I think that'd be interesting. Let's do that. Let's go with have some Roman statues outside. Couple fountains. Have a classical Rome statue sign here telling people not to enter. Have the Colosseum. No, not the Colosseum. But yeah, this is keep forgetting I got this option up here. I don't want anyone in the mild zone to be seeing this and like getting too excited. I think it might set off their weak balances, you know. Like they probably damage them to see somebody going through such an intense experience. Kind of people who ride the mild mouse. You could stick a big sign on the back of here, couldn't you? Let's get some more paths in. There you go. Got a nice little self-contained Rome-themed water ride. It's not something you see every day. Oh, bollocks. Can't put that there, can we? I hate it how it's like that. If I had one thing that I don't like about this game, it's the way the scenery works. and just how annoying it can be. In particular, it can be about certain things as well. Like, it's got a very sort of particular view about where you can and can't place things. It's just kind of irritating. And let's put another flat ride in the back here. Or we could put in a coaster here in this spot, and it could be like another small coaster. Because we've got the mild mouse, we could have like a junior coaster. Oh, the Virginia Reel is another kind of small coaster. Ooh, the mini suspended coaster. What a terrible little coaster. Or the steeplechase. Nobody likes the steeplechase, but we can build a steeplechase. In the Roman. How big is the turn on a steeplechase here? We don't have lots of room to work with here. So if we're only going to build a small coaster, then a steeplechase might be worth it. Highest drop is 3 meters, max speed 28, ride 240, so it doesn't need to be a bit long in order for it to wow the masses. We can have it like go all the way down here. Gets knocked down on the plebs playing golf. Or maybe the plebs playing golf get to look up with these bozos. Look at that. There is something to be said for like having building these coasters that you never normally would bother with. Is it going to be able to go up to 7.5 from here, given its speed? Just about. I think we can have it. It needs to S-bend one more time. Let's have it go underground. Yeah. Okay, and then yeah. Now, will the steeplechase be more exciting than the Mild Mouse? We can put well more stations on this thing as well. I wonder if it's possible to crash these things. Somehow I doubt it. 7 excitement cheat. Oh, that would be horrible. It'd be better. It would be better than doing it with a Heartline, I think. But it'd still be pretty nasty. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be interested to see how exciting this thing is. I don't think it'll be too bad, but I also don't think it'll be very good either. I would have shoved them off the edge of the waterfall. Can you change any of the things on here? They've got horses. Oh, you can have soapboxes. Hold on, I need to just check to see if there's any difference. Okay, soapboxes got more riders. But less excitement. Considering we don't pay for, we only pay for park entrance, not for ride numbers. We don't really need to worry about throughput too much, do we? I need that kind of classic Rome kind of. There you go. I'm gonna name this Roman Races, unless someone's got a better name. It's kind of crap name, but it's got alliteration, which we like. Oh, look at that! That is not bad. That is really not bad. 4.99 is actually pretty decently going, I'd say. Like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that any day of the week. Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty good. I mean, the throughput and everything is also just dreadful, though. Like, the throughput in this ride is going to be dreadful. But yeah, 4.99. I'm not gonna say no to that. Probably helps that it like goes on the ground and everything. How much did the looping coaster come to again? 5.8, so it's not that far off the looping coaster, and it's damn sight cheaper to build as well than the looping coaster was. This is not an expensive coaster at all. What else do we stick here? We could put some shops on this row here. We want to make sure we've got plenty of those. Candy floss. I always thought the candy floss looked like a ghost when I was a kid. I always thought it was like a ghost face. Candy floss and coffee, you know, Art Deco coffee next to your ghost flavored candy floss. Oh, we just unlocked the log flume. Now that is a classic ride. We need a log flume. Every cheapo park in the history of the world has a log flume in it. You can probably buy them off eBay, given how cheap they are. And look, we unlocked the giant bug pack. So you can have animatronic spiders. Okay, maybe. Yeah, it does move. Yeah. Okay, it's not very often. Let's build a log flume. We'll see if we can slot it in underneath this roller coaster here. Perhaps a little bit ambitious. I'm facing the wrong way. I want it to go the other direction. The entrance is here. Yeah, no. You know, no. Something like that. $12 meters, the highest drop in the entire park so far. So they go up here. It's a bit of an extended journey down here, isn't it? Is there anything other than just like an on-ride photo? Oh, we can put the reverse turntable in here, so they turn here before they go down this drop. I had some trouble getting back to the station. Might have built myself into a corner here. Not too bad. A bit boring, but anyhow. You come out of the tunnel, you can have your... Come out of the tunnel, can't even have your photo taken because it's not tall enough. I think this is going to be really badly rated. And then we'll just have some station platforms here. We just have the exit here. We got platforms, okay. Imagine if this game cared about things like supports and where they'll place. That would be horrible. Yeah, this queue might be too long. But you know what? We don't mind. Yeah. I'm just going to open that up. I'm not even going to bother testing it. My assumption is that the rating on this is really, really low. But considering I can fit it practically underneath the other one, I don't really mind that so much. Look how many people queuing for the motion simulator. I think we'll put another hat stand in here. Selling blue hats. And then we can put another toilet in. People are going into it, so it can't be too bad. Either that, they just don't know how boring this is yet. Yeah, look, we've got full passengers. If they all buy a photo, then that'd be good, wouldn't it? I'm not hungry. I've already got a part map. I'm running out of cash. We need more benches along here. I don't think there are any. Right, so we're on year 2, we're up to 1,000 guests. I think, is our goal only 2,500? Not very hard. I don't think this is a really difficult challenge, to be honest, Rainbow Summit. Park rating is mega high all the time. We're at 1,000 guests at park. I'm not advertised or anything. 2,500 guests. Yeah, this is going to be fairly straightforward, but I just wanted to try and see what I could do with a height restriction. Where at the very least I could delete trees. Maybe we should build something ambitious. I think we will build something ambitious, and I think we'll build a hypercoaster. And the hypercoaster will start up here and like run along here. I think would be the idea. It looks like the chairlift's broken. Look at these poor sods dangling. That's what they get for not walking. Is yeah, they get to stay in chairlift hell. So what are the options for the hypercoaster then? I don't think this can do a reversed incline launch mode. I'm gonna do a. I might not do a powered launch. Maybe. No, I feel like powered launches are too good. Maybe we don't do a powered launch because we've not got a lot of space, which means that tight turns are going to be a real problem for us. The chairlift's in the way. I'm gonna have to look at the route climbs to Hypercoaster as well one time. Hypercoaster. Highest drop has to be 9 meters. So it doesn't have to be particularly maybe we could do an underground photo section. How do you say it, photo taken underground? That's not going fast at all, that isn't. I don't know if you saw that. That was like really piddling speed. Maybe we can put a booster on it. We don't get boosters on this coaster, do we? Oh yeah, yeah, no, we don't. Yeah. Except we thought we did. So we should have it drop down. And I'm like follow the terrain and hug the ground like that. Yeah, this isn't actually gonna have like one massive drop or anything. We're just trying to use the terrain to get us some speed. It's really not fast. I want it to be going a little bit faster than that. So, I want it to. Starts at 39, so I think it should be able to make it back up to here. Mm. That's far too low. Ah, I hate rising to hate terrain. Why? It's such a pain in the ass. Made a I really bogged this up, haven't I? There we go. That's not so bad. Moving coaster's broken down, has it? Right, so this goes down here, goes up here. I think we're gonna have to do a powered launch. I think that's the only way that this is ever going to be any good is with a powered launch. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't have enough speed to make it all the way back up here. What we'll do is we'll go here. So if we are going to do a powered launch, it means that this turn has to be banked, and we don't need the we don't need the chains. Yeah, okay. So we can powered launch this. Kind of feel bad for doing a powered launch. I was kind of hoping I could do the whole, not just have a bunch of powered launch posters, because obviously it fixes your main trouble, which is just the difficulty of placing them. But hey ho, that's definitely going to be a better coaster than it would have been if it was a powered launch. 6.67. We could do better than that, I think. But I've already. I feel like I've spent too much time on this already. We could do better than that, though. We could definitely do better than that. I think if we were to have it spend more time, like going up this part over here, we could do that. I love power launch or instant booster. Slow chain lists really drag down excitement. Yeah, although power launch hurts throughput because you only get one coaster. Yeah, I get that. I mean, it does hurt it, but I suppose it depends. I guess if you got like a powered launch coaster that has a very very short but intense track that would be faster than having multiple coasters on a roller coaster that's chain lifted up a hill. The alternative, the best of both worlds, might actually be a roller coaster that isn't power launched but is two stationed. So what you do is you would have let's say you built a coaster up here, right? Um, so you'd have a coaster up here, like a corkscrew, and we could actually build something like this because this is an interesting idea. Um, I think we'd have to build it first, then connect a path to it because it'd be in a really weird place. We do. We have a corkscrew. We have a looping coaster. I've seen a few others that I think have boosters. Um, Water coaster, funnily enough, has boosters. My ride is powered, but not booster, but it's similar. I think Junior Roller Coaster also has it as well, and not wooden coaster. So we have a few. We have a few. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. So you'd have like a roller coaster that's very high up, right? So that'd be like the station here. And then you'd have the entrance up here, like that. So I know we're building it in the middle of nowhere. The reason is because I'll connect it up in a little bit. I just can't build a vertical loop anywhere. You can build a corkscrew though. Rising Might, can't build a book. Okay, so yeah, we'd have it like this anyway. Starting at the top. So obviously it picks up speed. We'll have it do the usual things. Using that speed. RCT2. Yeah, the we have height restrictions here, so we can't build a coaster that goes above the tree lines, which means that we have to have the coasters really close to the ground. I haven't explained what I'm getting at, but you'll see in a bit. You'll see the vision. Promise you. There's a method to my madness. probably going to be too tight a turn. Probably going to be a really intense turn. So it does all this, right? And then where do we end it? Where do we finish this ride? Where do people exit the ride? They will exit. How big is the station over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. Okay, pretty sure this works. It's been a long time since I tried anything like this, so I may be misremembering this. I'm pretty sure this works. Now we just have the chain lift go all the way up here. So what height is this at? This is at 36. So it's got 2 stations, right? So I think that means that we can have multiple. We don't have multiple trains on it. Maybe if we put it into block brake section mode. Continuous circuit with block brake sections. So we've got 1, 2 cars on here. Right, perfect. Yeah, the idea is that the guest never actually goes on the guest hill. They never spent any time on the ride hill because they only spend time going down the track. So in effect, you don't have a powered launch, but you also don't have to have them, not enjoy themselves going up this part here, which I'm pretty sure works. Bulk the test results. I'm interested to see what the test results are because obviously they spend, this part goes up here to this station, but the guest never actually does that part. They only ever do this part. So yeah, that's a decent assignment ride, right? 6.13, 7.49, 2.99. And at no point do they actually have to go on this part here. They start at the top and they go to the bottom. So that's what you could do. And I guess it's what we've done. I've already built it. May as well keep it. I mean, this is an exit, isn't it? Yeah. How do we reattach them to the pathway? That's the question. I think we have to move the hat stand. We put a sign here that says no entry because we don't want them walking up this path because it's only for them to get off the ride. But in effect, you then have this coaster here. Which is all in the middle of nowhere, but I mean, we can build a path over towards it. Doing a lot of walking in this part, don't you? Does mean that people also get to walk over the top of the other ride, which is always good. That always helps with the ratings on rides as well. Okay. Yeah, we may as well open this up. We built it. Guests can ride the chairlift up the hill. They can ride the chairlift down the hill, or if they're more daring, they can ride the murder coaster, the corkscrew, which even has a corkscrew in it as well. Let's get the hat stand back with the yellow hats. We also probably need to get some benches over here because they'll get off this, and then they will want to throw up. So we'll put a bench there, and we'll also lower this a little bit over here, and we'll put in a first aid center, which helps. It helps them if they're sick. That's only our second first aid. I don't like the colours on this because we've already got a blue coaster. We've already got a yellow coaster. Let's do a green coaster. It blends in with the trees, so you can barely even see that it's there, but it is there. One train can be like a dark forest green with yellow seats, and the other train can be a bright green train with red seats. Yeah, they do. I think this has turned out really neat, actually. I think this is probably the best looking part of the park. I think the roller coaster is nicely integrated, although it's very square, which is the only thing. I think other than that, it's quite nice. The less said about this part is the better. The damn rocket things. I think we have we. I was wondering. I should have checked to see if I had it here for some reason. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, we do have the wooden pieces, don't we? The one support structure. The creepy arachnids or whatever. I always have a hard time with scenery. I'm not good at scenery. It's like I think it's hard to make it look decent, unfortunately. Which is not great. I think we need some more rides up here then if we're going to have loads of people walking to their date with Destiny over here. Let's do mini powered helicopters. I think that could be cute over here, right? That could be like a fun little one for the kids. you can leave your kids on the mini helicopters, then you can ride this roller coaster and realize that you're miles away from them. We call that abandoning your kids in the park. There we go. So you can go on the fun ride, or you can go on the helicopter ride for weenies. I don't know why I built it so far away from the path. It's not like it's going to need a massive queue or anything. But so we'll open that up. Let's give it some like really weenie music as well. Let's put some giant bugs here as well. Yeah, we're gonna make this all themed. I've said before, I think, that I had a job at a theme park for a short while. Not a very long time. And this was some years ago. But I used to work at a theme park. And we had a kids section of the park as well. And I am so thankful I did not work in it. Because all the staff who did had to wear daft uniforms. That was like their thing, you know? You had to like dress like a... You had to dress like a weirdo. I mean, I guess it's not too bad, right? There was probably some upsides to it, now that I think about it. You probably had less argumentative people. Actually, no. I know for a fact that that's not true because, like, I've seen people with their kids do all sorts of things, and you're just thinking, "Good grief, are you not embarrassed? You know, to be having this argument in front of your children." I would be if I had children. All right, yeah. This is like I don't know what this is. This is just like giant bug land. The kind of thing that kids enjoy. Right, there we go. Right next to the Executor. Yeah, a lot of people queue for this. So theoretically, throughput on this should be fairly decent, because we can have the two cars on it. Yeah, people feeling a bit vomity over here, a bit toilety. We put a toilet down here as well. We support a seafood store. Can't imagine eating theme park seafood either. But yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what's the worst thing I've ever seen anyone argue about in a theme park? Um, I had this woman on the ride I worked on. She was insisting that she needed to immediately get off the ride, because it's kind of like a walkthrough sort of ride, so you could get off at different parts. And she's with a kid, and she's saying, "I need to get off the ride. He needs to go to the bathroom," and that's fine. Like, we can take you off of it. But she was really really aggro about it. Just yeah, just give us a minute, we can sort it out for you. But no, she's really going off on it. And there was an emergency exit, like right next to where I was standing talking to this lady, and she was saying like, "Why can't I go through that door? Why can't I go through that door?" Um, and I just opened the door for her and showed her the outside, and it's like, yeah, you can leave that door. It goes into the car park. You won't be in the park anymore. You have to buy another ticket to get in. Somehow I don't think that she was that keen on the idea afterwards. But yeah, people are crazy. I'm so glad I don't have to work with customers anymore. It is like the worst thing in the world. No, not always. Sometimes. We can make this Roman as well. I did that the wrong way. And then we can put some flowers around the edges. Open that up. And we also just need to change the style of the of this to Roman. There you go. Get into the torture wheels. What else can we build? Okay, so we're at 1,300 guests. We're on year 3. We're gonna have to hurry up actually. And we need a lot more guests than that. We need 2,500 by the end of year 4. And we just started year 3. So let's place some more flat rides down quickly. That's the way to get the numbers up a little. Pirate ship. Brown and yellow, because that's like a. Oh, that canvas tent is horrible though. Where's the basic plain one? There we go. Got that there. We've got a motion simulator here. Gentle ride up with the front. We've already got a spiral slide elsewhere. Do we go with a Ferris wheel? Oh no! Oh, we can't build the Ferris wheel. It's too tall. Somebody might spot it from the outside area. We can't build the Ferris wheel. Oh, that's grim. That is grim. We can build a merry-go-round. You can't have a theme park without a merry-go-round. It's like constitutional. Yeah, this is red tape gone mad. You're right. What is it? The woke left have gone insane. Can't even build Ferris wheels anymore. No, let's put a merry-go-round in instead. I guess if we can't do that. I like the idea of having it right at the edge here, so it's next to the water. But if we do that, then the path's in a really bad spot. So we'll just put it here. Like that. I wonder if guests come into the park wanting to go to the toilet. I don't think they do. Let's get ourselves a donut shop. Get ourselves a drink shop. Put a dilapidated old house here. Alright, so we've got a little entrance area here. Which is good. We've got some foods, and we don't have a toilet over here. There. Maybe we can make this into a nice path in this part. And then I also noticed that we don't have any bins in here. Okay, so that's good. Let's see what else can we throw in here. I think we need more handyman because I can spot little bits of vomit everywhere. Put an ATM down because they may be leaving because of lack of cash. Always good to have those. What else? We can do a boat hire. Remember, when you build a boat hire, never give them free will. You don't want your guests to be allowed to decide where they take their boat hire. So you want to build a track for them. It's really important that you do this. I already started building the track. I'm just going to finish the track. Something like that. I want to see if we've got better boats. Water tricycles, bumper boats. I mean, yeah, sure, have bumper boats, why not? Apparently there's really increased the excitement factor on the ride. I've got suspended swing coaster. Ooh, can't place that there, my lord. Hmm. No worries, no worries. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the entrance to this side and then just have it go over the top. Ah, fish lips, welcome, welcome, one and all, to the most wondrous theme park that's ever been built by one Englishman in a lazy afternoon. That's a massive view path, which I don't want. I don't want to have loads of people queuing for this. Have you seen the Dwarf Fortress and Magic the Gathering crossover? Yes, I have. I have seen that there is a Dwarf Fortress and Magic the Gathering crossover. I think it's a very bold choice. I think it's very brave of them to do ASCII cards. I like them, you know, I like ASCII cards. I do think it's a shame they picked the cards that they picked. Well, they've done that thing that they do where they'll do like 4 really cheap cards and then 1 really expensive card. And then that's to like try and entice people into buying it just based on the price, I guess. I was very happy that when I looked on, because I had a look on to see what people were saying about it, there's like loads of people really mad about it, which I thought was funny, because just like loads of people like, oh, this looks ugly, this is hideous, and like, yeah, it's kind of does, but it's fine for me. I enjoy it, but yeah, I have seen it, and you know, I'm interested in it. Maybe I'll pick it up if it's not too unreasonable. I do like though that they just straight up just like took screenshots of the ASCII artwork. I think that's really funny. Well, they could have picked some more interesting cards to do. I think they could have done more interesting cards to do that would have fit the theme. And the fact that none of them are dwarves is like it's like it's certainly something, you know. The Dwarf Fortress, I'll build a swinging ship here, my lord, because it's too bloody tall. Uh, build another pirate ship. Already got one of those. Yeah. I tried the Ferris wheel. We can't Ferris wheel. We can build another crooked house. The problem is, really, you know, with Dwarf Fortress, is that in Dwarf Fortress losing is fun, and Magic the Gathering players hate losing. So, you know, people hate losing, especially at Commander, which is what the thing is. Maybe. I had a theory about what one of the cards would be, because I thought that they would reprint. There's an old dwarf legend which is like a zombie dwarf. It's a really old card. I thought they would reprint that based on the teaser that they showed. Because there's like, but it was actually the Secret Rendezvous card they were teasing, not the other one, which was a shame. But maybe they'll do that. Oh, losing is fun in Dwarf Fortress, and in Magic the Gathering not so much. No. Kidding. I don't mind losing. I lose a lot. If I minded losing, then I wouldn't play. It's really that simple, actually, at the end of the day. Right, let's turn this on. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy, though. That's the problem. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I know I say that for a lot of games. There's lots of games I've never played. Final Fantasy is one I've never played. My cousin was into Final Fantasy, and she showed me some of the games when I was younger, because I'd go to her house and we'd talk about like video games and things, and she was dead into them, so she'd show me them, and I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. Also, I have no desire to ever play this ever. I wasn't like dismissive, right? Like, you know, like I get it. People like different things. It's like, yeah, cool, I get it. But also, I'm never going to play any of these ever. So I've never played any of them. I did draft Final Fantasy for Magic Gathering. Right. What else do we build? I think we need more roller coasters. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 at a pinch. If you 5, I guess. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people played them, and I haven't. It's like I saw all the hype for them, and people were really into it, and I'm like, okay. Let's build a junior coaster. We'll build a junior coaster. Nice compact little coaster. We need some stuff to go in this space here. We got like a massive gap from here all the way over here. So let's stick a small little junior coaster in here. Junior coasters can be boosted. But I'm not going to boost this. I'm going to do a chain lift here. I might do some boosters though. In my case, I did a draft with friends because like there's nowhere. The only place that does like draft magic near me is like really weird and sketchy. So I don't go there. Sketchy and weird Magic the Gathering plays. Right, let's have a look through the supports. I will say, looking at the cards did make me think about playing Dwarf Fortress again. I really do, love that game quite a lot, and I would like to play it sometime soon. But I'm in this kind of like waiting stage at the moment. I'm waiting for something to happen. I feel like I need there to be like some progress on the Magic updates. We need to see that. If the Magic update came out, I would drop everything I'm doing, and then that would be like my main thing. But I would just be playing Dwarf Fortress all the time because it's obviously going to be massive. But yeah, we're not quite there yet, unfortunately. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, because you might not know this, but the the Dwarf Fortress at the moment is there's going to be an update that's going to add like magic and things to the game. So there's already kind of magic in the game, but it's going to be more focused on Like you'd also be able to build like labs and things, and you know, do crazy alchemy experiments and stuff like that. It's going to be really sweet. I think they're going to be procedurally generated workshops. I think there was a video about it today, where Toady showed off some of the artwork for it. So you'll have procedurally generated workshops with that look different depending on what kind of magic, I guess, the dwarf is doing in particular. So that could be like you could have like a druid dwarf who's got like a giant tree in it. Yeah, it's going to be dead exciting. I am really looking forward to that. This is a really crap little roller coaster, isn't it? Enemies can destroy constructions that can no longer close the floodgates. Enemies have been able to do that for a while. It's not generally speaking a problem, by the way. I think because I played when that update came out, I think they're so slow at it at destroying fortifications and things. It's kind of your fault if you let it happen. They also added that one new siege weapon, the crazy good one, and it's just nuts. It's nuts what you can do with it because it like fires like 300 bolts a second almost. It's just an uh, insanely good one. Yeah, this is gonna have like no excitement whatsoever. That goes at like a snail's pace. Look at that. Okay, so no, that's a 7 intensity one. I think we've got like a really tight turn in there somewhere. So yeah, we'll take it. 7 intensity junior coaster is deceptively intense. I will, however, just make the queue longer because now I think that we'll have more people in the queue than I anticipated. So yeah. Doors used to be sacred. Yeah, they did. You know, but now not so much. I mean, I think the best method was drawbridges, but yeah, those days are long gone, unfortunately. The wooden mild mouse is broken down. Probably needs some more handyman. Okay, so at 1,570 guests, we need to get another 1,000 guests. Can we go to top spin? Yes, we can. As a commemoration to Alpha. Alpha's top spin. Oh, I built a. I always do this. Snapping the children's necks with a ladybug train. We're just getting out of the way early, right? Like, so we can turn this on. Let me call this Alpha Spin. I'm gonna name the junior coaster the Junior Neck Snapper. There we go. Let's have some appropriate music for it. What do we go with? Horror theme. Okay, what else do we have here? We need some more proper coasters. We've done hyper, we've done corkscrew. I don't like the compact inverted. Not a fan of that. Do the mini coaster. Where can we build a mini coaster? I've never seen. There's like I've only ever seen a handful of people ride this thing. It sucks so much. Oh no. I want to ride in something more intense than Junior next. Oh god. Where can we place this? I need it to be somewhere that's like fitting. We could build some more stuff over on the lake. We've so far avoided doing it. We'll build this ride, and the idea will be to have this one go over the lake. We'll have it start here. If I remember, this can't be boosted out of the station, but it can have boosters on it. So what we can do is... Um, oh no, it can't have boosters. Shame. I don't think this will go over the lake then, actually. Because we'll need to make it go up the hill in order to get the boost. For the local authority. I always have this little flag on so you can check and see if there's any problems that you should be aware about, because there usually are. So we can actually have it go over the water then, can't we? I think it needs to come out one more. Let's get an online closer section. Oh. I want it to go up here. so it goes up here, goes around here, does the big helix down here, heading towards Euthanasia Coaster 1. We haven't put any Euthanasia coasters, don't worry. Most of our coasters are very mild, as you can expect, because of the height restrictions. So there's really not much we can do in terms of like really nasty coasters. Again, another little pathetic mini coaster, but a coaster nonetheless. I'm just not inspired by this coaster at all. I think this is... Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling this. I think it needs to go taller. I think it needs to go more up here, basically. It needs more height. This is on this one here. Did I play tricks on myself there? It needs to be over here. Okay, it needs to be like one over. Yeah, it does need to be one over. But S-bend, but that's not going to be enough, is it? Oh god, look at that. Like that hard cuts from there to there. That doesn't work because it doesn't... Yeah. This does mean that we lose that helix. Oh no, we can keep the helix. Reposition it. Okay, there we go. I think that's a bit. I think that's a bit better, don't you? I hope you all agree. If you don't, then sod you, I guess. You know, what do you know about coasters? The answer is sod all. Okay. Let's test it. See how many heart attacks this coaster gives you compared to the next snapper. Once that's ticking along, we'll place some more flat rides. Dodgems. Everyone likes Dodgems. No bugger all about roller coasters. Well, one day you can hope to be as good as I am at this game. You might have heard of my YouTube channel, Marcel Voss. Imagine doing that. Imagine just being on Twitch and just pretending to be somebody else. I don't think I could ever match Marcel when it comes to this game. I can only hope to aspire to the lofty heights that is Marcel. I used to watch a lot of Marcel. He still does good videos. I'm not really. I don't. When it comes to YouTube videos, I'm not like a guy who goes for specific YouTubers. I tend to just search for specific things. So like, let's say there's like a particular video game I want to watch. Because like maybe I want to see somebody play it. I like to do that. I like to check and see if there's like any good little streams out there for specific games. There's the Dominions guy. I used to watch a lot of his videos. He had like a massive playlist of all of the Dominions games that he'd done. I did consider playing Dominions one day. That's like one of the ones that's on like my list of things I'd like to do on stream one day. Would be to play Dominions and give that a go. But I'm not really sure where to start with that. I think I need to speak to Brelix before I do. You can go through the Neo Zone. I'll put some sculptures here. Here. A cube there, why not? Okay. Right, so we've got Dodgems over there. We're at 166, 1688. We're kind of flatlining again on guests. We've got 56 attractions. We're still not getting there. Why am I even bothering trying to build a launch 3 or 4? I've not seen that YouTube channel. I think I've heard of it, but I've not seen any of his videos. Parabola, but I think I have heard of it. Oh, vertical drop coaster. Now this would be an interesting one. We could do a vertical drop that goes underground. I think that'd be really cool. We could have like a vertical drop that starts up here, and then maybe exits down here, but it like goes underground for that. Yeah, I think that's probably where I've seen his videos before. If he's done collabs with Marcel. But I don't, like I say, I'm not like watching like loads of specific YouTubers. I tend to just go for specific content. I do have my own YouTube channel, by the way. You can check that out. But it's mostly just me uploading my my streams and things. I'm quite bad at it. I think what I need to do and what I'll do probably in a couple months' time is I'll split off my streams from my YouTube channel because I'd like to record some Magic the Gathering videos. But my channel was originally just for me to upload streams that I did. So there's like a lot of Dwarf Fortress streams on there, like really old ones and stuff. And that's fine, but what I'd like to do is what I'd like to do is do some specific YouTube videos on different topics. So yeah, I need to, and I'm also kind of bad at uploading my streams anyway. I have a tough time doing it. That's damn lazy. Which will be no surprise to anybody who's followed anything I've ever done on this website before. I'm not a. Has to have at least one drop. Okay, only has to have a single drop. Okay, we could actually just have it chain back up to the top then, couldn't we? I know I'm like raising the height of this under the water, but every man's got his limits. That's the only thing I don't like about this height restriction is that it counts tiles underneath the water. It's got a very literal interpretation of the word tree line because it's not going off of like how tall the trees are or anything like that. It's just this is how high you can be off of a certain amount of yeah. So I'll terraform a bit more pragmatically, shall we say. So for those of you who weren't here before, this is a little trick you can do where we can have two stations on the track. And then the guests don't ride the other part of this. They don't ride the part that like goes back to the station on the other side. Half really in the way. It is. So yeah, so we have a entrance which is here, and then we have an exit which is just here, like that. I'm not sure how to connect up the exit. Kind of inconvenient. Let's see. It's a bit ugly, but we'll make it work. Just have a sign over here that says no going up here. That's just for exiting the ride. So again, it's a really small vertical drop coaster. It's tiny, but it doesn't need to be long. It literally just needs to have a vertical drop. So I'm hoping that that should meet the requirements. We'll see. Did they ever actually open? No, I didn't. I didn't. Oh my god, we need to go and open the mini coaster as well. There we go. So that's good. So we'll open that up once we know what the test scores are like. It should be fine. It's a very simple design. Mini coaster, fine. It's a bit boring. We'll open that up and we'll put a queue in there in a second. So people can ride the mini roller coaster. There we go. And again, we'll have a sign here that says no entrance. Park rating is very good, although I do notice I'm being spammed with notifications. I need to go to the toilet is the main thing that our guests are upset about. So let's step in some bathrooms here. And they think the park is really neat and tidy, which is always good to see. But we do need to make sure we've got enough toilets all the time. So that's good. And we are getting a lot of, again, broken down ride notifications, so let's get a few more mechanics in. There we go. Okay, so what are we looking like on the drop coaster? 6.39 again for a ride that's just a really simple drop. Yeah, we like it. We like it a lot. And already look how big this queue is already just to go on this. Like people queuing like nuts for it. Just to get on, which is good to see. Can't build my haunted house because of the local authority. We just need more coasters. We've got a steeplechase. We've done a hypercoaster. We haven't done a suspended swinging coaster, although I don't like that design particularly. We haven't done a Virginia reel, although Virginia reels suck, which is why we've not bothered. Let's do a water coaster. It's another roller coaster that sucks, but you know we make do, right? We make do. We'll make a water coaster. That's probably another coaster we can do where we have the station at the top and the exit near the bottom, perhaps. Maybe we can build it over here because we've got all this empty space here. Next to La La Land, where all the mini helicopter ride is at. Oh, actually, need to do that one back. Oh, this can have boosters, can't it? Yeah, let's have some boosters going straight out. Alright, this music's annoying me. No to Toyland. Makes me think that there's like an OpenRCT2 um, one that's where it's like a toy themed one. Like some horrible Willy Wonka style stuff. Let's have a booster here because they're already losing speed. Coming out of here, so I'll have a couple boosters. We'll have it go up a little bit higher if we can. No, we can't. What we can do though is have it loop back around. There's not much water on this water coaster, is there? It's a bit of a bit of false advertising, maybe. Not enough speed to get up to here, especially when the water slows it down. Do we really have a second chain lift? No, I think we boost it. That's a really boring layout. God, I'm losing my ability to do anything interesting. That's not going to be enough of a speed boost to Helix all the way up here, is it? No, it gets about halfway. We can do halfway though. Alright, we're up to 180. We're in October, which is pretty close to the end. We just need to get it back into the station. Like so. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little water coaster. It has got some water sections on it, not much, but this just leaves a lot to be desired. I guess we could call it technically water. I'm not even sure where to put the entrance now, actually, because that's going to be another tricky one too. I think that's didn't have. Can we even get an entrance exit on here? Yeah, because that's gonna bump into the. Can the path go underneath that? I don't think so. I don't think the path can go underneath the. Cannot. It has to go on that side, which means that we have to do some funky pathing. It's not ideal. Doesn't mean that we've got a path that goes over the top, which is always welcome with rides. It helps to boost their excitement rating when there's path going over them. Easy enough to connect there. And we can do just this path along here. So let's test this out as well. We should test it, see what it's like. And just have this connect all the way down here, the same as the side. Okay, so that should be good. So we've gotten a path up here. We will need to make sure that we tell them they're not allowed to walk up this unless they're exiting the ride, because we don't want them to come up here and just, you know, vomit everywhere or do God knows what. But you know what guests are like, right? Okay, what are we looking at here? Again, that's not too bad. I mean, again, it's not... We're not really getting higher than 7s anywhere, but we don't need to. To win the scenario, we only need to... we just need to hit our guest cap, really. I think we should get there. If we could advertise, it'd be easy. But I don't think we can advertise, can we? No, normally I think it's here, isn't it? The button to advertise is right next to the research funding slot, so we're not allowed to advertise, unfortunately. Still can't build a magic carpet anyway. What else can we build, though? Oh, go-karts? We could do go-karts. Throw those in here somewhere. A little bit tight on space. I don't want to build over the water. Why can we build some go-karts then? You don't need lots of space for go-karts. Go-karts can be pretty small. But they're a good ride because, like, you don't have to worry about layout and such. It just can't. It just works. It just works. I do feel like this layout though is like a disaster waiting to happen. Like it going underneath a roller coaster, even if it's like a boring roller coaster, it's probably asking for some trouble. I think this is probably like a liability issue. This is like some manager's idea of what would be an acceptable ride. Like some engineer has been told that he needs to build this, and the consequences be damned. Yeah, people drop us. Oh God. Oh, actually, yeah. Um, I mentioned working in a theme park before. One of the things that you're told, at least where I worked, was that if you ever spot an expensive phone on a ride, so if you ever spot an expensive phone in the ride area of a ride, you have to like emergency stop the ride immediately, because believe it or not, people will climb fences in order to get phones. If you can see the phone, then members of the public can see it, which means that if someone's dropped their phone down, you can guarantee that they're probably going to try and grab it. If it, just it's just safer to stop the entire ride. There have been instances of guests doing that. Not necessarily at the park I worked at, but just in theme parks in general. Why did you cross over the fence where it says do not cross heavy roller coasters? And it's like, well, I dropped my phone. I needed my phone. Alright, that'll do. Go karts. How tall is the path? My marks on the path is 35 because it's quite a tall path. We need to move the queue line over, don't we? Yeah. Let's be right next to it. We want to. It's a bit hard sometimes with the perspective to work out exactly what it is that you're trying to do. There we go. Go-karts is a go-go. Normally, if you build the go-karts, you want to tell them that they're only allowed to do one lap, because otherwise it's bad for throughput. But in this case, we don't care about throughput because they pay when they enter the park. And we don't necessarily want them leaving anytime soon anyway. We've got enough money, so we just want guests to stay in the park as long as possible so they can have as many goes around the go-karts they want. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But if it's like, if this is paid per ride, you'd want to do that. You'd want to drop off the. I just realised how ugly this looks here. I think that's cool. Alright, so we've got some go-karters. They're going to go on there and do some go-karting. We do not have any... Oh, we've got a sunglasses store. Let's build some sunglasses. Get some more merch in here. We never built a balloon store either. Let's build a balloon store. There you go, you can come get your 99 red balloons up at the top. Okay, that looks good. We're at 190. I think we need some more coasters. Oh, we got the limb launched roller coaster. Okay, we do limb launch. I think we'll do a small limb launch coaster though. We already found out that we can't do loops at all. There's nowhere in the park where we can build a loop because the height restriction, unfortunately. They're just too tall, so we're not gonna have one of those. We will, however, have a launch maybe we have a launch that like goes up in a straight line from down here. That could be cool. So what we could do is we could have it like here, for example, right? So this would be a limb powered launch passing station. This would be really tricky to do. Yeah, we can do a roll. We'll do like a roll here. So that's as high as we can get it, unless we were to do like a banked turn. It's annoying. It's always the sudden chairlift. Alright. So it goes all the way up to here. We're gonna have to launch it not as fast as this. So because I can't really build it much further than this. So let's try 90. Right, so if it's on 90, how far will it go? Up here. Into there. That is such a difference. Let's try 101. $101 makes it all the way over here. Try 104. But then it launches all the way back down, and it should... Alright, 104 is pushing it, so we had to... Let's go for 101. We could probably put a roll in here, couldn't we? I don't think it makes it this far up here, but we'll see. So it goes all the way back down here. Goes all the way back up backwards up the hill. Only gets that far. Okay, cool. So we won't do a roll, we'll just have it end there. We've unlocked the giant candy feeling. We're finally saved. It's everything that we needed for the park. Anything else we could throw in that we haven't done, like simple stuff? I don't want to repeat any. We haven't got a circus. I guess we'll put in a circus for old time's sake, right? We love the circus. Okay, cool. So the limb launch should be fine. We do need to be a bit careful because obviously you can have like loads of real fatties on it or heavy guests who will slow the whole thing, or speed the whole thing up because of the additional weight. Although I don't think the guests can weigh enough for it to matter. It does. They do have individual weights. Is any? Wait, can't build circuses? Oh my god, they keep taunting me with rides that are too tall to build. Can't build circuses, alright. Build a stinky car ride instead. We'll connect with the path queue on this first. Would you be interested in a multiplayer someday soon? Carl wants to do one too, and I'd like to build a half-decent theme park with experienced players. Yeah, I'd be down for it. It just depends on the day, really. I would say the only day I absolutely cannot do is Wednesday. Not to be too elitist, but I want a nice looking park, not Roman Colosseum ring spammed everywhere. Yeah, I can try. I can take part in that. If I'd be down for that. If you'd be interested. Yeah, I'd be up for it. I promise I will not spam Roman rings everywhere and such things. What am I doing here? You know what? No, this path is fine. Because we can have it going over like the we might be able to build something here is what I'm thinking. Though this does look a bit busy now, unfortunately. In a way that I'm not a big fan of. Uh, uh, no, I shouldn't be umming and ahhing about it. The scenario is almost over, but can't help myself. So if there are any others who are interested and try to get a date, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. I'm going to America on God, when is it? At the end of April, so it should be before the end of April. That's the only other thing as well, because I'll be in the United States soon. Unless you want to do it in like mid-May, like after May 13th, which is when I'm back. But yeah, gonna go on holiday. It's been years since I've been aboard actually. Let's put a fountain there. Again, this is like really messy and haphazard, but we have been playing for 3 hours, so we're getting to the point now where I'm a bit less worried about it. Okay, we got the Limb launch, which is good. So we're at 2,000 guests. It's May, June, July, August, September, October. So we've not got long. We might actually not make it. It'd be a bit embarrassing if that's the case, but it might be that we don't. In my defense, I'll say I've not been playing super optimally. You only get spinning tunnels on car rides. There's no other like special sort of attraction. I thought, is the that must mean that the log bumps are only on the monster car, are only on the monster truck one. It's really sad to hear. Yeah. It's going to be interesting going to America. I've not been to America for years. I was, I think, like 12 when I went to the US this time. Let's open up the car ride. I'm not looking at these cars. Racing cars actually have a better. Yeah, give them the racing cars. Why not? Give them a bit of boost of excitement. You can go on the car ride there. So we've got the Limb launch. We've got those. It's June now. We need to build another kind of more exciting rides. Spiral roller coaster is one we've not built. Is it Spiral that has the chain link that can do a spiral chain link? I think it is. Or have I made that up? I might have made that up. I think we'll do the spiral over the water. Maybe over in this area here. Because we can extend the path out this way underneath the vertical drop. Then maybe there's like a better spot for us to have it come up. So, it's not so bad. Like here. Then we can go with the spiral coaster. Broken races is broken down. Yeah, so this ride has the curved lift hill, right? So it's a bit of a weird one. It doesn't. It can't have like a normal lift hill. It has to have like this weird curved lift hill instead, which is interesting. I like rides that have like unique things about them that make them interesting like that. Not all rides do. There's a lot of rides that are just kind of like they're never. Then there's no reason to ever build them ever. They don't even have anything that interesting going for them. No, we're messing up the coastline. Oh my god, I'm doing that thing I said I wouldn't do. It doesn't look like it's. Sometimes it's really hard to tell which tower's which under the water. Like it can be a real pain in the arse to tell. It's not. That's not going to be very exciting, is it? Not that slow though. I mean, it could be. We'll try it, but I'm not very impressed. Alright, let's see. Spiral Coaster is a rating not yet determined. Oh, 5.3. I take it. That was again not an amazing ride, not a terrible ride. Just a mediocre little roller coaster. Uh, uh, do we just put more crocodiles in? What happened to the monorail? We built a monorail. I don't know where the monorail's going to, but we're gonna build it. 2. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't need to be exact. There you go, that's the monorail done. Not sure who's riding this monorail, but yeah, if you want to get into the park a little bit, I guess that's something you can do. Oh yeah, it needs to be in shuttle mode. Shuttle mode it is. I don't like that colour, it's hideous. We'll go with a classic looking monorail. Okay. Can we put an Enterprise anywhere? No. More rides that we've been given that we can't place. Excellent. We can put a launch free fall. We can call this the failure to launch, perhaps. Oh, we can put the station down and that's about it. There we go. And it just immediately crashes. Like how fast is this going? What's the slowest we can make it launch? No, even on the slowest possible launch, it still just crashes. Okay. Yeah, they're just teasing us at this point. I bet we can't place 3D cinema either. Nope. Launch might be false advertising, yeah. I mean, it does launch, it just... yeah, it's a bit disastrous when it lands again. Let's put some more sunglasses shops in. Oh, I could do it underground, yeah, I could. Oh, you know what we could do? I didn't consider this. Oh no, we can't. We can't build an underground. Oh, we can. That's somewhere perfect then. The underground haunted house. Oh, I can't. Yeah, and it actually works. It actually works. There we go. We got our haunted house. At long last, And that means we could also do the underground circus. I was going to try and put it right next to it, but I think trying to put the underground circus right next to the underground haunted house, perhaps asking a little bit too much. Why is it going off of the underground view when I do that? Really irritating that is. Okay, height markers on ride tracks. Height markers on paths. Alright, I think that's connected. Yes, the underground circus can begin. Mainly, I should have considered that when I was doing the archipelago last of the weekend. I should have considered the placing all my circuses underground so I don't have to look or listen to them ever. Really tight on space here. And we got loads of space actually, but like it's trying to find ways to use it that doesn't bog us down too much. So this starts at 36. Just another cracking little coaster. This is tricky business. God, this is awful. I'm going nuts. I can't for the life of me figure out where this path is. Um, and this roller coaster's not even any good either. I'm not doing this for a roller coaster. It's just really, really bad. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna fall short, aren't we? We can do that one trick. But I think we're going to fall a little bit short, unfortunately. Let's just throw a few more rides in, shall we? Still can't build that one. I was wanting to click on the parachute because I know I can build that one. Oh, okay, I actually can't build that one there. I want to build it there because it won't fit. We've got some shops and stores, that'll do it. I think we're going to fail though, which is sad. But like I say, I didn't min-max this and try and do that. That's a shot. Hat stand, we'll go with black hats, like evil hackers. Or you can, yeah, we'll go with ST stall. Throw in another motion simulator because that's a nice small little ride. But how our original motion simulator just broke down as well, so it's about time we built a second one, right? Oh, it's raining as well. Um, that makes it a bit more tricky. Imagine how excited they're going to be when they find out that we've got not one but two merry-go-rounds. I'd be excited, wouldn't you? And we probably need more bathrooms. I haven't checked guest thoughts in a little bit. Yeah, most people want to go to the bathroom. We're also starting to get the crowded thoughts. Nobody's like thirsty or hungry, but we are getting crowded thoughts. And we are getting bathroom thoughts. Hey Decoy, welcome. The park's alright, although we're coming up on the end, and we may not meet our goal, which was to have 2,500 guests. We're just short of it, and we're almost at the end, so we're going to see if we can make it over the finish line. It's very mountainous, yeah, it's a very mountainous park, but that's the difficulty of this scenario, is that, yeah. It's just quite how mountainous it is. 19th September at 245. Stalls do increase the gas cap, by the way. I'm sure most people knew that already, but just in case anybody didn't. So building shops does actually contribute towards the amount of guests that will arrive in your park. It's quite useful to know. Get a sub sandwich shop. And maybe one more pirate ship for good luck, if we can fit it in somewhere. Yep, we can do it over here. Right, if we speed the game up, I think we'll make it. We'll see. I think it's by the end of October. If it's by the end of September, then we don't make it, I don't think. October, by the end of October. So yeah, we're actually going to make it. Neglecting the Greg's estate may yet cost you. Okay, we did it. We did do the technique where we put a sign up in front of the park that says they're not allowed to leave. But you can't do that for too long anyway, because they get mad at you if you do it for too long. So, you know, just a little bit of an insurance policy. We didn't need it anyway. Yeah, let's enter my name into this. Yeah, so we built our park up. I don't know. Let's have, before I end the stream. We've been at this for 3.5 hours, but before we do that, let's have a quick overview of the park. I'm going to go through all the different rides, and I'm going to say what I thought about them. The rides I built, I'm going to say. So we started with the maze. I quite like the maze. Lost and Found is what we called it. Mazes are quite nice, and it's quite a simple one to do. I believe the first roller coaster we built was this one, the looping coaster. Probably a bit big. And I don't like how square this is at the end here. You can see how square it is, which is just not very pleasant at all. But other than that, I'm not too fussed about that. Then we got the mild disappointment, the mild ride, the wooden mild mouse. Not a good coaster at all. We could have done a lot more with this. It needed to have more kind of turns back on itself. It needed to be a little bit taller, really, because again, those stats are just miserable stats. What was the next one after that? I can't remember in order. We built the steeplechase, which is this one, Roman races. This one did alright. 5 excitement for a steeplechase is very, very good. I also actually have quite come to like this golf area here. I actually think this is quite sweet. Um, River Rapids is probably the best looking ride that we built because we gave it the wall and everything. We probably could have done a bit more on it, to be honest, but I'm quite pleased with that. Then we got some other bits here. There's like this little start area over here, which is quite nice. Boat ride, boring. We built this corkscrew coaster, which was just me testing something because I couldn't remember whether this worked or not. But this is where you have a station at the start, and then you have an exit at the bottom. So that way, if we play it, you know, guests don't have to go up the lift hill. You just send empty carts up the lift hill, and then they start back at the top. So guests are only going on the part that actually goes down. Helicopter World, rubbish. I don't think this Giga Coaster is very good. The Hyper Coaster, sorry, it's not very hyper. It should be a lot bigger than it is. Vertical drop's kind of boring, but it's okay. It's a vertical drop. It does what it needs to do. This limb launch coaster is just boring. It's uninspired. It's just like the most generic kind of limb launch coaster you can build. And it doesn't even have anything interesting on it, so less said about that the better. I didn't mind this one. I thought the mini coaster was alright looking. Has some nice turns. I like helixes. I'm a big fan of helixes. This one was just one I built towards the end because I needed to build some rides. And then we had the best coaster in the entire park, which is obviously the Junior Neck Snapper, which is actually probably the most intense ride in the entire park, despite being a junior coaster for children. I'm still not sure where the neck snapping happens. I didn't check, but I'm gonna leave that one as a mystery. It doesn't look intense at all. Like if you go under the ground, yeah. I mean there are some sharp turns, I guess, but yeah, that's the junior neck snapper. And then yeah, that's about it. So let's just close all this. We'll zoom out, turn off this view, and then we will do a giant screenshot, and we'll call it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. Is there anybody that we should raid ourselves? Because we've had a couple of raids, and I always forget to do this if I don't ask. So, is there anybody who I need to send this on, or is it just kind of quiet at the moment? Let me have a quick check. Arctic Shagster, okay, we'll raid them. That's yeah. Just give me a sec whilst I do this. I feel like I need to get in the habit of doing this more. So let's see what the streaming first before I do this.
Decent art.
I have no idea what the stream is, but I'll take your word for it, Jake, and yeah. All right. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you. Yo, True Leveler. Hell yeah, welcome in. We're playing some Gradius 3. Cheers. Welcome in, everybody. My name's Arctic Shagster. I play hard games. Right now we're trying to beat Gradius 3 on hard mode. Well, right now we're trying to beat it on normal mode, and then once we beat it on normal, we're switching over to hard. That is an awesome emote, Chelly. My gay cousin? Is that the guy's name? My gay cousin? That's awesome. Welcome in, Raiders. You want to see Arctic suffer, save up, and redeem spicy beans? Yeah. We just got done eating some Bean Boozled Fiery 5. Good day. Welcome in, True Leveler.